Yeah? That's how we're opening it?
Keep in mind, my entire way that I think of things is non sequitur, just bullshit.
Do you see the block that you just created in the waveform?
Let's not start with that. We're starting with us talking about how we're not starting with what I did.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to ToonTied.
Woo! And ToonTied, this time we actually have set a precedent. Now
we have?
Yeah, because before we were discussing it, we had done one where we weren't in the same room, then we were in the same room. Now we're in the same room twice. Yeah. Meaning now it has to be same room conversation, eye to eye, lip to lip, butt to peen.
Who's the top? Is it? I guess it could be. Are they a power bottom?
Oh, it's all a power bottom.
Which one of us is a power bottom?
I mean, I would assume the person who's giving up the right to decide whether or not they are the power bottom would be the power bottom.
No, I mean, I'll fight it if necessary.
I will debate whether or not
you could be like, I mean, the power bottom would be, I'm the bottom. It's me.
I am the bottom. I'm gonna just squeeze your dick. So
right between my butt cheeks.
I'm gonna get a prolapsed anus from your shit.
Right between my butt cheeks.
Do it. Put it in my butt.
Butt cheeks is a very plosive. Is it plosive?
Plosive. Yeah. With the
butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks. Because it's like the K's and the. Oh, we don't have a pop filter, so this is all awful.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just cover your mouth.
I mean, it's far enough away that we're probably not destroying the mic.
I believe it was one of the Beatles or something that when instead of actually having a pop filter, when you would record stuff in the place where you record stuff,
recording studio.
Yeah, one of those. He would
build one of those one day.
He would when he would say it like a plosive word, he'd be all like. He would just cover it. He would just run his hand across his face, which blocks the sound just as well as actually having a pop filter. Because it just needs to have something in the way.
Well, you know what works as well as a pop filter?
What?
Socks.
Yeah, I mean those also work. But
I got yelled at by my buddy because like I used to try to do Let's Plays a really long time ago.
A really long time.
Yeah, very long. Years.
Like a whole year ago.
It was like 2 years, and I've half considered picking it up since.
It was like
it's not worth
a week ago.
Shut up.
Okay.
It was not.
It was not a week ago.
But I have a really bad. I'm very bad at like staying close to the microphone, and like I yell a lot. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "You gotta use some type of pop filter, dude. Just use a sock." And I was like, "But I'm too lazy."
It's a
sock.
And
that's why I'm an audio editor.
Sock.
That's why I edit the audio.
I mean, I guess
for ToonTied.
That works. I like it. Okay, so a little bit of an intro here. I have something I want to bring up.
Okay.
This is really important. We decided we were going to do this today, and I had sent you a picture. I had sent you a picture. And I had believed I had said something like, "Are you?"
Let me read this. Actually.
Yeah, go ahead and you go ahead and read it because. Okay. I found the picture this morning, and don't worry, it'll be up on the video. And I don't know, I'll make it work.
I don't know.
I'll make it work.
That on YouTube,
I'll make it work. I'll make it work. The point is, I need to read the description of this video of where it was posted. I need to read the description going along with this picture. You go ahead and go ahead and read the text, but I need to read the description because
he sent me this picture, and I just get. You fucking ready? You donkey dick pizza shit.
Which
I was very confused.
Well, Gerks,
like, it's nothing that I'm not used to from you.
But I mean, yeah. Pizza shit. I like pizza shit.
You pizza shit.
You pizza shit. It's a fun slur.
What'd pizza do?
You pizza shit.
Continue.
Okay, so I had woke up and I was like, I'm gonna check my phone because I'm not like awake yet. And I'd found that picture and I was like, I need to send this to Groogles. But I had read the description, and the description, it's titled Slippy Sippy Slap or Slippy Slippy Slap Slap. Now, the description is, note, no cub. As the artist who created this picture, I will confirm that the characters being portrayed are of legal age for sexual activities. I am morally against cub porn and want to make it clear that I do not embrace this filth in any way. Let it be known as there are many explicit images of Rita and other Jungle Derette characters that have been on Fur Affinity for years. Thank you.
It's very passive aggressive. Like he's just expecting.
He's so mad.
There's this cub. He's immediately
expecting it. 100%. I just love they are of legal age. For sexual activities.
I mean, that's like a very I know there's sometimes you gotta do that because especially if you're doing like lolly shit.
Oh, I know.
You kind of have to say they're definitely adults. They're not like 11-year-old girls.
He has such a clear axe to grind.
No, yeah.
It's like he drew this and then expected people to be mad at him for it, and he just has this clear axe to grind. It's like, I am morally opposed to that filth. And
it's not like those are
some harsh and particular words to use.
It's not like it's like if you got like somebody who draws a lolly hentai and is just like, I just want to make sure that we're clear that they are of age. Pedophilia is disgusting.
I fucking hate pedophiles.
I hate pedophiles. Any comic that doesn't say that the characters are of legal age, they're underage, I hate them.
It's just like, I'm like, dude, you're still drawing weird shit, bro.
Yeah, it's like
it's weird.
You're still kind of appealing to that demographic.
You're still drawing weird shit. You're still drawing animated porn. You're still drawing porn of these, like a feral fox and a who gives a fuck marsupial.
Some terrifying koala-ish creature.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? And I'm like, I'm not even. I mean, I'm passionate about knowing about it, but I don't really care. I mean, the originals were pretty good, and Amazon Jack.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah, as most of it is applied, isn't very good.
Everyone watch Amazon Jack.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
You can have them send it to your door.
It's made by Norway.
It's all in Norway.
Was it?
No, it was I don't know, the company that made it?
Yeah.
I don't know, you're fucking some stupid European animation company.
As you're doing this, you're like making a jack-off motion with your left hand.
Dismissive wanking
and
motion.
I'm just like, are we like... Did just some jack-off company? Is that what you're trying to say?
Some jack-off company. I don't know who made Amazon Jack.
Character designs are good.
Yo, yeah, they're great. Okay, are we talking about the original 2 Jungle movies, or are we talking Jungle De Rata?
I guess I haven't seen any of them in particular.
Okay, yeah, so give me some... So stop giving me shit.
I just see you do it. I'm like, are you just doing this subconsciously, or are you like trying to make a point here?
Yeah, it's that not cub porn. No. But no, I mean, Hugo and Rita as a show or a movie, an animated movie, was a really good animated movie for its time. It was a really well done animated movie to come out of Europe, which wasn't very common, especially when it came out, which is like, I believe the 90s, like late or like early 90s. There was a lot of weird animation going on in Europe, which I'm not like super privy to as far as information goes. But it was pretty good. It got brought over. The dub is like kind of shit, but not bad. Decent for its time. But Amazon Jack like did a lot to change with like the stuff, and there's a lot of weird history to the whole thing, and it would be its own like show if we really wanted to discuss the history of the franchise that involves Hugo and Rita. Also, it's called Jungle de Rata or something.
Jungle de Rata!
Jungle de Rata!
Wow, that was racist.
Yeah, bro. Quit being a dick. Also, I want to make note that it says Woolly Woolly Wap Wap, which is part of a song that they do. Because it's the Woolly Woolly Wap Wap, Woolly Woolly Clap Clap. It's like a song, and I don't know, just for those noises, I think they did despite this asshole having an axe to grind with other assholes, it was a good joke.
Yeah, that's like
it's good
like
noises.
starts up like, haha, it's this joke. It's funny. Listen to me. Anybody who
I swear to God.
It like the tone immediately shifts. He's like really angry and aggressive.
He's like, I did this out of love and passion. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I love this, but
Jesus.
It's
Jesus,
I'm so mad about it. He reminds me of like a 14-year-old who's just really angry.
Yeah.
It just makes me so happy.
Guys, look at this. But no, seriously. It sounds like somebody who's like really fucking insecure.
It's like super insecure.
Just like, guys, this is really cool. Also, I don't call porn. I hate all of it. He's like me.
No, I am not. It's like, we're like, dude, why the fuck did you draw little, like, baby animals? They're not babies! It's not Well, I'm sorry, I just didn't. It's not!
It's not porn!
Like, bro, okay.
Jeez.
Alright, I'm taking hands off, bro.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody was claiming it was. Yet you were, and it's not. They are of legal age for sexual activities. The wording there.
No, it's just very...
Okay.
It's like, it's so angry for something that, like, should just kind of be a disclaimer.
It's so angry, and it's like, he didn't need to, like again, he jumped on a soapbox when he really could have just been like, they're of age if that's necessary to disclaim. Mm-hmm. I mean, which, again, it's drawn fucking furry porn, so, like, really?
You're already kind of, like
I mean, the thing
you're appealing to a very weird...
When you draw porn...
group of people.
When you're drawing any porn, it's drawn porn, and, like, is it really, like... Does it really matter to, like, signify that the character, like, oh, it's, you know, an anime girl who's like, oh, she's clearly designed to be a 10-year-old or whatever, but, like, no, she's an alien and she's been living for 400 years, so she's actually 400, so it's totally legally okay. And I'm like, does it really matter? We know the design choices and it's still animated, so who really gives a fuck? I mean... It's animated.
It's legal.
It's all animated legal bullshit.
It's like how you know they have to have the sensors on like the genitals.
In Japan? Are you talking about? Yeah,
and then they just do like the thinnest
it's
sensor bars
a sensor
possible.
that is 100% unnecessary, but for the sake of law.
For legal reasons, they have to put
They've
it
actually
in.
pushed towards the idea of actually, like, that's only in manga. If you have anime, it has to be blurred out, like, full on.
Okay.
But, like, they can still air a lot of hentai in, like, weird time slots, too, which is
weird.
Yeah, but it's they have a lot of weird laws in Japan about their stuff. But they're still cool with, like, drawn shit, because it's drawn. Because it's not fucking hurting anyone, and it's drawn. Mm-hmm. So, like, the idea of applying actual age to drawn stuff, I don't know. I get the reasoning, I get the sensibility, and I guess it's good that there are people that are concerned. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, it's still drawn, and that always like, it's always a desync in my mind. Like, it's drawn, so it's not real, so desync. Mm-hmm. You know? And it's like drawing a gun and then, like, having a gun are two different things.
It's like
drawing porn and having porn are two different things.
It's like reading Jack the webcomic and then watching somebody get murdered.
Yeah, a little bit, pretty much. It's like...
I just wanted to bring up Jack.
Yeah, let's plug Jack. Hey guys, Jack is great. You should go read Jack the webcomic at www.jackthewebcomic.readit.plug.com.
What's that new one he did?
What one?
I like how I'm just...
Are we discussing webcomics now?
I was just thinking, because I came across his new one, because Jack finished, I think, right?
I don't know, probably.
And then he, like, started up this new one, and I actually read through it.
Here's pictures of Jack, by the way, so it's not completely foreign.
Oh, look at it! Oh!
It's so gross. Oh, look at that one.
It looks like Tiny Toons, except if they were killing each other.
Oh, it's so gross.
Oh, it's horrible.
Random furry webcomic bullshit.
Yeah, that's a weird. It's a desync in tone.
It's supposed to be a contrast in tone.
It doesn't work though.
I mean, it can. It's a desync in tone at the, like, most basic level, where it's like, it's a cute thing doing something evil. It's the same idea of having.
It's like
a cute mouse with a big voice in Tiny Toons. Sneezer, who did the achoo.
But it's just like, it's like Tiny Toons style animation with, like, the big old expression faces, but there's, like, nothing that, like, plays to that at all.
No, it doesn't ultimately work. It's just, like, a weird dude's, like, gore fetish comic.
Yeah.
Foreplay.
Though actually...
Gore play. Right?
Though, actually, you know how I can segue?
How? So it's a segue. Let me hear it.
Are you ready for
I'm excited.
I just made this up myself.
I'm super excited. Let me hear it.
A desync in tone between the draw style and the tone of the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about pig, goat, banana...
Cricket. Yay. I'm proud of you.
Well, I think that was actually a good one.
I'm proud of your segue. I'm so proud of it. I'm gonna put it up on a shelf.
You put a gold star on it. Put it on the fridge. No, put it on the fridge.
It's on the fridge.
Gold star.
Do that.
10 out of 10. Good job. See me after class.
I'm so proud. See me after class for some art lessons. I'm gonna show you how to draw totally legal furry.
Totally legal.
Totally legal of legal age.
Furry lollies.
Furry lole. It's pronounced lole. It's French.
Is it now?
Well, I mean, actually it is.
Did you not know that Japanese has its roots in French?
No, dude. Lole.
Lole!
Lole. It's a brand. Lole.
It's like,
Oh my god.
It's like
booty sweat of a 10-year-old, and it's Lole, and it's a perfume.
Booty sweat of 10. It's like that's what it says in parentheses under the.
It's all real fancy label. It says Lole, and then underneath booty sweat of a 10-year-old.
In Comic Sans.
Lole.
Booty sweat of a 10-year-old.
Booty sweat of a 10-year-old.
You can't ever read. I actually saw an ad recently.
I always read
Comic Sans.
I always read Comic Sans in the Mad Hatter, Choose Goose. I forget the actual character, the voice that they're pulling. He's an old he's an old comedian.
The uncle, the floating uncle who laughed a lot in Mary Poppins.
He was, yeah. But
I love to laugh.
yeah, I love him. I love his voice. And like I said, I draw a blank.
It's good to hear homages too.
Oh yeah, I
it's
love
like when somebody does a Peter Lorre homage.
Exactly. I mean, and I'm really sad that I don't know his name because I'm so well versed as being a fan of Paul Lynde. I am very well versed in my like flamboyant like 50s to 70s era actors that are like and like I love them. They're all so boisterous and flaunty and sinister with like Vincent Price.
Actually, okay.
I love Vincent Price.
Speaking about okay, as a quick aside, actually, I don't remember. I don't know if I was talking to you about it, or if I was watching a video about it, but I actually listened to. I actually got oh wow, I really want to listen to Vincent Price do stuff. So I just have this YouTube link of him just reading The Raven, and it's really good because his voice is fantastic.
Show note.
Should edit, put it in, Barry.
There it is. It's well, no. Now you can listen to it because that sounds cool. I want to listen to it.
It's actually really good.
Yeah,
it's like a 10-minute video of him
reading
like reading and like acting out like he's actually in like a room, and he opens the door and like the raven flies in. Then I started.
Who's that tapping at my door?
It's really good.
Is it Scooby-Doo?
Is it Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo. And then he comes in, he's like, oh, Scoobert.
Scoobert.
It's good to see you. And he's like, Ray Vincent. Would you like some spider cakes? Spider cakes? Because he's sinister.
Is that like fucking like zebra cakes? Except instead of like the zebra pattern, there's like a web with a little spider in it.
Sure, yeah, that works.
I would buy that. I would eat that. I would die.
It's one of the shitty like rings that you sometimes get during Halloween, like those shitty spider rings that like you get like 50 of them, but like break apart immediately. It's just wedged in the dough and it chokes children.
Because the people who made it were just, I don't give a shit.
They're like, hey, Orson!
Orson!
Speaking of sinister folk, we have the king of weird voices, Orson Welles, joining us today.
Today he sounds like a water heater.
He's a snake. Spiders and snakes and Scooby snacks.
Okay. Anyway, we were gonna talk about fucking pig goat.
I got it. And crickets and goats and pigs and bananas.
Goats are kind of scary though.
Goats are kind of scary. Not the goat and goat, pigs, cricket, banana.
No, because they don't make the eyes like weird sideways and empty.
Yeah. I really, she's my favorite because she's adorable.
Okay, let us start. Would you like to give a brief overview for those of us who don't know? Or
I
know about it now.
Okay, it's based off of it's actually like a big IP that I think Nick is trying to push, given that they like basically put a halt on all their new stuff until like
kill SpongeBob?
No, it's not killed. It's just there's a halt on all new. Thank you, Orson. Orson Welles, everybody, give him a hand.
Sorry, that was too loud. Golf clap.
He's a quiet guy. So, anyways, goat, pig, cricket, and
Banana. It's
banana
cricket. You dumb. You're a sucker.
Thank you. So, anyways, it's based off of a comic that they had in the Nickelodeon magazine, and
The creators of the TV show are actually the creators of the comic.
Yeah, it's all the same crew.
They have a really long history, apparently, with like, not cartoon. No, that's maybe not necessarily cartooning. I'm not sure about that, but they have a long history with comics.
Yeah, and so it works out. Like I said, so it has the same crew and it has the same style and it looks really nice. And like I really like the character designs, and I like the color palette because while it is like grunkily,
we'll talk about that.
I know. But to give a brief overview, we'll get to that. To give a brief overview, it's like I said, it's just a slice of life show that's very like gross in a way, in a lot of ways.
Very off. It's kind of like
it's Y7 and uses bodily fluids as like a major thing. I mean, it's your traditional Y7 bullshit.
It feels like
it's fun.
Like I looked it up because it has to come from some comic somewhere. So I looked it up, and yeah, it's from this Nickelodeon magazine comic, and I was just like, that is exactly what it was, because like Nickelodeon magazine was like slime everything. And
oh yeah, it's exactly what
it's very much like
from.
Oh, this is gross, but that's what makes it cool.
Exactly, like
in a way where like it's in a way that like I was just doing like the early 2000s like
that voice,
the Guy Fieri voice,
the lots and lots of trains guy.
Yeah, lots and lots.
Okay, so let's now get back on that. Right? Remember episode 2?
Dude, that's
what is this? Clerks the Animated Series, where they did a clip episode, the second episode. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Clips the Animated Series.
Clips the Animated Series had a Clerks episode.
Had a Clerks episode in episode 2. No, in the second episode of Clerks, they get locked in a freezer, and they're all like, "Remember that time we did that thing?" And they're like, and it gets so bad because it's only 2 episodes in that they're like, "Remember that time we got locked in the freezer?" And they do the fade out wavy thing, and then it just is them sitting in the freezer.
That's actually,
like, yeah, it just happened.
That's pretty clever.
No, it's amazing. Clerks the Animated Series is a really good series, although weird, but really good. It took the elements of Clerks. There's a desync between it and Clerks that is like a fair desync, because Clerks is all about being like the weirdo in the real world, but it's still the real world. Whereas this one it has the power of being a cartoon. So it's
everything's kind of weird.
Well, because they're weirdos, and they have like a rich dude who's like this sinister villain, and like he also has like a robot butler, and you're all like, what the?
So it's like classic cartoon.
Yeah, it has classic cartoon elements, but you're like, one of the huge elements of Clerks was the like weird and off-putting dialogue, but set in a real world, and so like there's a desync, but it's good in its own way and it has its own merit in its own way.
Right.
It's similar to Megas XLR in that it's in Jersey.
Only similarity.
Well, I mean that and Megas XLR was kind of like if Kevin Smith really made a cartoon, I always kind of thought of it as Megas XLR. That's, I don't know. Not only is it set in Jersey, but it has the same tonal approach. I don't know. I always related the two.
Well, and it was very, very tongue-in-cheek and like knew the medium it was playing to.
And Megas XLR is amazing.
I've heard nothing but good things about Megas.
Have you never watched Megas?
No.
I will fucking kill you.
I know like the premise, and I know like there's a lot of people who really miss it because it was a really brilliant show.
I will.
I've watched all Invader Zim.
Good. I'm glad. Invader Zim's good for its own reasons. The point is, I'm gonna take my peen. I'm gonna just
stick that peen in my bunghole.
Your b-hole. Is it weird? Okay, I like the A, B, and C hole, and then the D hole.
Dude.
Yeah?
There was actually... Are you going into the Grumps joke on this?
No, I was actually just...
Are you actually talking about this genuinely?
Yeah.
Continue on with this, because I like this. It's funny.
I was just going to say that there's an A-hole, which is the A-hole. The B-hole, which is
the same thing.
It's the same thing as the B-hole.
The A and the B-hole are the same.
Oh, yeah, they are. But then the C-hole... What's the C-hole?
Well, see, there's 2 different things. It could either be the cock hole or the cunt hole.
Yeah.
But then if we go with cock, then the C-hole and the D-hole are the same thing, because it's the cock hole and the dick hole.
That's true. I was thinking cunt hole.
That was my first thought.
Always the cunt hole. And then the D hole is the dick hole. But then there's
the E hole.
The E hole?
You don't want to know.
It's the elephant hole.
It's like from that for Ace Ventura, except instead of a rhinoceros, it's an elephant.
It's the elephant hole. You want to know what the F hole is?
Flamingo hole.
No, it's the same thing as the C hole. Or the B hole or the A hole.
The fuck hole?
All of them are the fuck hole.
Plus many more.
Who knows?
You have a big enough nostril or a small enough beat.
That's the N hole. The nostril is the N hole.
The nostril.
The nos hole.
The nostril hole.
The nostril. That's the stretchiest joke.
Wow.
That's like Stretch Armstrong.
Speaking of stretchy things, let's talk about big Segway!
Segway! Whee!
You get on one of those things, lean forward, you go for miles.
Oh, forever.
Segway.
Segway everywhere. Oh, everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
I just
you know,
it's a Segway everywhere. Everywhere.
Every fucking. You know what I really I like.
Woody whack. Seriously, this fucking Cub born is not okay. Instant shift in tone. It's funny.
It's not okay. No. Okay. I find it weird that the Segway has become tied to like Paul Blart. Because it's like his signature thing.
Oh, I was thinking like the segue of moving from one topic to another in like a train of thought.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with you there. But I'm just saying, it's weird that the Segway has become like synonymous with because the Segway,
a chubby.
Well, just anyone who's fat, because the Segway is just a shitty mode of transportation. The only reason you have it is because you're lazy.
Yeah, I've honestly never. Is it just like what happens? Like
you're either insanely rich or really fat, and that's
like a police officer on like a fucking Segway. What they're like, stop, criminal! And they just lean forward. I mean, they're not using any energy.
Oh yeah, no.
Getting up to that person, but they're still gonna have to like jump off the fucking Segway when they catch up.
Oh yeah, because you can't the Segway doesn't have goddamn grappling hands. It's not like grab. It's not some goofy ass shit.
It's not like you can push L on the controller and there you got your grab.
Yeah, you can't just fucking grab someone and throw them off screen, some shit like that.
Get spiked!
Oh! So, let's get back to animation.
Yeah.
Because we are like 20 minutes in and still haven't actually discussed anything we were supposed to talk about. Aside from the fact the only thing we have discussed that we wanted to talk about was the fact
disconnect.
that guy did not Cub porn.
I think that's been very, very clearly talked about.
Good. It better be established. I'm worried.
What if he finds this episode and gets really mad?
He's gonna be so upset. I'm gonna
be like, you didn't portray me well. You did not let people know enough that I do not like Cub.
He cannot say that. We, for a fact, 100% have completely confirmed that he has not drawn Cub porn. He has no way, in no legal grounds.
I'm sorry, I don't mean this.
No, I'm not assigning gender or plant or thine or whatever your preferred gender. Thine. It's an old.
I thought that was it's pronounced thine.
Or thine.
Hey, I have a thine. It's connected to my calf.
I hate you so much. Okay, so bullshit coat pig fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call it fart show?
Yeah, fart show. Fart show. Okay. I really like it. Groogles doesn't like it. Groogles, why don't you like it? Lightning round.
Okay, the thing is, and it's a similar feeling that I have with Mighty B, as I told you I would bring up.
Yeah.
Where the way that the show is animated does not fit the tone of what they're trying to get across. The show is kind of like gross out screwball, and the gross out is definitely there, but everything is played very like innocently, in a way where like all the it's not like any of the characters are like real, like it's not like like a Ren and Stimpy sort of thing where like they just do gross stuff. because that's part of their character. It's just everything looks gross, and there is like one of them, like the episode I've seen, the Cricket gets superpower, and he just sneezes, and it's just mucus, just everywhere. And but like it's not like not like Cricket's like a gross person by any means. He is voiced by Paul Rudd. And that's Freakazoid, and that makes me very happy.
Wait, did you say Paul Rudd? You mean from the new Ant-Man show?
No, different insect.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad we got that joke in there. But no, it's not like Cricket's a gross character. It's just he's doing a gross thing because gross out. It's not like, I mean, like...
Okay,
like Stimpy would do something gross in Ren and Stimpy because Stimpy is a gross being, and he's stupid. And the misery and the comedy comes from Ren's misery.
I get you. And either one of them is gross because of the way they're intrinsically designed. Whereas in Fart Show, they
like all of the lines are wavy. So, but it looks gross.
But like, for example, like Goat. I think Goat's adorable, and I think like she's designed to be adorable. But it's weird to have a gross out cartoon where you really think the characters are truly adorable.
Like it's a show that I feel would almost do better with like kind of like New Cartoon Network, spelled N-U, Cartoon Network.
New,
yeah, because it's a genre instead of like a qualifier.
I don't know how. I feel like that's the most pretentious thing I've heard in a while.
Yeah, probably.
New cartoon.
That's a thing. Like people will be like, yeah, it's new something or other, a new genre of this type of thing because it's like this except it's new, and we're calling it a genre type.
That's so pretentious,
isn't it? Though I love it. But it's that style of animation that came about with like regular show and Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Those were those were definitely the big ones that started out.
I don't know. I like its difference. I think I'm a big fan of the contrast.
Just really quick.
Okay,
yeah.
Kill it. This is lightning round, bitch.
I know. I'm not a very lightning person. I'm like, sorry, I thought of a different animated thing that'd take too long to explain to make the joke funny, so I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay.
But it just, the character design I feel would almost be improved by having something that's more in that like new age animation, like simple shapes but good curve to it type of feel, because the character design, it actually it would really benefit from something that would be a lot more like Mighty B, where because like all the shapes in Mighty B are very clean in a way where it makes things not quite work in the Ren and Stimpy style they were going for. I feel, but it's very it doesn't lend its like the waviness to all of the characters and the way they're designed. I don't think lends itself well to animation. It would look I can only assume that like if they kept the same character design in the comics, it would be fantastic because you don't have to watch them move. It's looking at still images and simulating the movement in your head.
Fair. I agree with you that it's probably strongest as a comic, but I like it.
Okay.
I like the animation difference. I still think that I think the writing falls a little bit flat for me.
It's a little simplistic.
It's very simplistic. Again, it would work great as like a like almost all those jokes would work great as 4-panel comics. But if you're just slamming 4-panel comics together, it makes it a weird like transitional, like you have a transitional issue with like from panel to panel.
Right.
And that's just an issue from writing from a comic to an actual television show. So like, to me, the writing just feels like it's not being written. It's just like a translation, and you're getting a desync there.
Right.
From the writing style, from the styles of writings and the style of joke telling and humor. And like, I don't mind that because I understand that they're still like it's infantile in that it's only like 3 or 4 episodes.
I think they're 5 into it now, and that one was like the 4th.
Yeah. Like at the point of this recording, there it's very infantile, and like they still have the time to like grow and change and move.
They did actually get renewed for a 2nd season. Already.
Well, exactly. Well, it's like Nick's IP, so like they're not gonna like ignore. They want to make their money off of it if they have to like drive it into the fucking hole.
Super Space Meatball is episode 3.
Okay.
So you were right.
Yeah.
They have 4 out right now.
Okay. Yeah. So like again, I think so like the writing is really kind of where it falters with me. I think we can both agree the voice acting is just fucking top notch.
Oh,
all of it.
everything fits really well.
Oh yeah.
I have been a longtime lover of Paul Rugg.
And Paul Rudd.
Different insect.
I know. But I like.
Good joke. Okay.
Don't worry. I want to have my soapbox. I want my fucking soapbox moment about Ant-Man.
No, because
I want my
if this was a podcast about just movies, I'd love to talk about.
There's
Ant-Man.
enough CG in that movie for it to be qualified as animated.
That's true. I think it's very good. I love the
villain is way too fucking hokey.
I love it though.
Okay, the whole movie's way too dramatic. I mean, fine, but it's doing its thing. I'm not mad at it for being so dramatic, but holy fuck, is it dramatic?
Can we talk about when Anthony?
Okay, Anthony, fine. The fact that he snipes Anthony, and we see the single insect wing falling down to the ground.
I was laughing in the theater.
I want to talk about the goddamn sacrificial lamb.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so
that was definitely an animated lamb for like most of that.
So this fucking villain, who if you haven't already figured out in the first 10 minutes that he's so evil, shit won't grow on him because he has no body hair whatsoever. Like, if you haven't figured out that he's this evil yet, we need to make sure you know he's evil. And he's all like, bring in test subject 13. And it's a goddamn lamb.
And they bring attention to this point. They're like, I thought we were using rats. We have to go with something else. Something bigger.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good.
I'm like, oh my god, I wonder who the villain is. I'm still not sure at this point.
And what was the whole thing? Did they get the mixture right, or was it just the fact that it was contained?
Oh, the tiny goat?
Yeah.
Oh, when they actually successfully make the tiny goat?
Yeah. Was it because it was contained?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I thought that was the big thing, and
I don't know.
But if that's the case, how is it that Paul Rudd isn't getting turned into goop? Because that helmet is not firmly clasped over the rest of his suit.
Oh, it is firmly clasped, because they make a point of flipping that fucking helmet open 40 bucks.
But that part wasn't animated, so we can't talk about it.
Oh my god. It's like a weird thing. They're like, hey, how's it going?
He doesn't fasten it up too much.
Oh, it has a chin strap.
It does. I mean, like it's not on screen. It's obvious that he does.
It's so frustrating because it's like in the middle of a conversation, he'll be like, "Can I get some fries? Also a burger. What's that? Medium."
I can't help but feel that some of it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
they did it for the joke. Because there's certainly some any of the parts where what's his name, the Latino friend.
Plato? No, Platox.
Platypus, yes.
Platox. His name translates to serene sounds.
All those parts where he's explaining how he heard about this tip. Mm-hmm. And he's voicing everything, but all of the people are matching his exact.
No, it's good.
Exact lip syncs.
No, it's a good joke,
including whenever he has an inflection, and then they'll add the inflection a tilt of their head.
Well, because he's telling the story again. There's a lot about Ant-Man I enjoyed, and ultimately is an alright movie. And everyone did a good job with it. It's just I don't know, they really went with this dramatic feel to it. And I was like, god damn, this movie's dramatic. It's like an opera. It's like a soap opera.
I felt there was enough comedy elements where I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah,
because it was actually one of the most fun I've had at a Marvel movie recently.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
It was just the villain was really laughably over the top.
God, he was a villain. He was a villain.
Well, that was funny. It's maybe it's just because I went into it not not expecting the movie to take itself seriously.
Oh, I know. And again,
but it was just haha, wow, you're really evil.
He's really evil. Again, I'm happy because it gave me something to look forward to in the movie. Because I went in and I was like, sure, let's go watch Ant-Man. There'll be some jokes. Everyone will be quirky. I don't really give a fuck. But I was expecting, because they kept one-upping themselves with the villain. It did make me happy. It's just kind of bad writing.
I mean,
but they did it intentionally-ish. I don't know.
The part where
the lamb. I don't know if the lamb was meant to be if the writers were this is such good symbolism, or they're let's have him kill lambs. I don't know. I really don't know because
they bring attention to it, so they had to have been thinking something.
They had to, again. It either has to be the fact that they were like the lamb represents innocence and he's killing innocence.
I'd like to think because Paul Rudd has a writing credit on that movie.
I know.
So I'd like to think that like every so often, like he would just be like, "Hey guys, wouldn't it be kind of funny if he just was like killing lambs as like a really like ham-handed way of talking about?"
I mean,
how
it's the
evil
villain,
he is? And they're like, "Huh, that's pretty good, Paul. We'll do that."
Solid work, Paul. Well, I mean, the thing is, it also went through 2 writers. Like, it had 2 different writers and stuff. So like,
the part where like
you have a desync in there too.
I just knew that the movie wasn't meant to be taken like was mostly supposed to be kind of tongue in cheek. When Thomas the fucking tank engine,
There you go.
just is huge and explodes out of the house, and there's like 2 moments.
Oh,
where
spoilers, by the way. We'll have a whole spoilers label. Who gives a fuck?
Ant-Man spoilers.
Ant-Man
all Ant-Man spoilers.
It'll be real tiny because it's an ant. Ant-Man spoilers.
But like,
or it'll be real big because it's an ant.
But there's the 2 jokes where the first one is when they're on the train. And they're like, and he's about to hit what's his name, and then it goes to the zoom out and he just falls.
You get the constant reminder of the sides, and that was fun.
And then they do it again with they did only the two jokes instead of the rule of 3.
They didn't do a rule of 3.
Where Paul Rudd throws the Thomas at the villain. Whatever. No, or like the villain throws it at Paul Rudd and he tosses it behind him. And there's like this real feeling of weight to it, and then it just goes back and he just lands on the windowsill.
And then the third, if you really want to discuss the joke for him, the third for Thomas was when Paul Rudd was throwing his ninja stars of growth and shrink.
Yeah.
And it went and then destroyed the building.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, like I said, that's your
like,
third.
As soon as I saw like Thomas about to hit villain, I'm just
yeah, joke. I like jokes.
There's Thomas.
I like jokes. Thomas, it's funny. Because kids, shut up. I know.
Goddamn charger.
Shut up. All right, entertain them.
No, we're cutting this.
No,
I'm cutting this.
Don't you cut this.
I am the audio editor. I do what I want.
Don't you dare cut this.
You will have the original.
Barry, cut this out.
Barry, leave it in.
Don't you fucking leave this out.
They can't hear you. They can only hear me now. So, speaking of superheroes, the 3rd episode of Pig, Goat, Banana, Fart.
Pig, Goat, Banana, Fart.
That sounds like how SpongeBob SquarePants got his name. It's just 4 words.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Pig, Goat, Banana, Fart. So Pig, Goat, Banana, Fart. Like I said, I really like it. It has some writing issues that come from going from one medium to another, especially when people are so comfortable with it.
It's worth a watch.
It's worth a watch. It is worth a watch. And to me, I like the fact that it is so different, because the problem with that style is it's a very strong artistic style that has been like just sweeping the whole media landscape of cartoons.
And I get that. I mean, we've had stuff like Sanjay and Craig, which is one of the worst shows I've seen.
Oh no, it is not that bad.
Low tier.
It's not lowest tier.
It's not okay. I mean, it's no like
Breadwinners.
It's not Breadwinners.
It's not.
At least like
Sanjay and Craig was way better than Breadwinners.
Agreed.
Keeping to Nick shows, Sanjay and Craig was way better than Breadwinners.
There is part of me that kind of likes how Breadwinners was like animated, but like I don't know, Sanjay and Craig felt so bland, but then it felt like gross out bland in the writing.
Sanjay and Craig has a decent has like one good writer. I don't think it was the head writer noise, but it had like at least one good writer.
It's okay, like in that similar like Sanjay and Craig was a gross out show. Like 100%,
it was. It was
get that.
It was meant to be.
But like the plots would revolve around the fact that it was a gross out show, so it'd be gross out plots. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think that a issue that Pig, Goat, Banana, Fart has is that it has a gross out look to it and a gross out feel to the animation, but the writing and jokes don't take advantage of that.
They don't. I mean, they don't.
the gross out's there, but it almost feels like it kind of like it was an afterthought.
I really think like you put it in the best way possible. I think you put it in a really good way when you said it's that the characters themselves aren't gross. Like this, none of the characters. I mean, Pig might be a little gross. He's all like, "You could save my pets," like that's my blood and stuff. But like, Cricket isn't particularly gross.
It's like Cricket's the neurotic. The Banana's the lovable jerk. Goat is the. She's described as the artist on the Wikipedia page.
Well, she plays the guitar.
No, and I get that for sure. But she's kind of like the. I feel like she's kind of the straight man.
Ish.
She's the positive straight man.
Yeah. She's she's the most. Well, I guess Pig is the lovable idiot. He's the doof.
He's not quite doof. Cloud Cuckoo Lander, but
no, he's a doof.
He's on his way. Yeah,
doof. I like to use the term doof.
Doof, lovable idiot is it's very similar. It's the same thing, really.
Idiot's insulting. Doof is lovable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so doof. He's a doof.
He's kind of like a SpongeBob.
Yeah.
SpongeBob is a doof.
Yeah, he's a doof.
For the first couple seasons,
he
was a doof.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Pig.
Goat. Butt fart.
Butt fart?
Butt fart. Yeah.
This is degrading poorly. Let's get off of this show. On to another one.
One I actually mentioned, because I want to bring up Mighty B.
You want to talk about Mighty B?
Because I feel like it suffers from similar issues. Are you just going to sing the theme song?
I like the theme song. Sorry.
The theme song is like... It's so bad that it's lovable.
I like the theme song. It is pretty bad.
It's not sung well, and it's just kind of... It has this really, like... it's like it's constant, like, downscale, so it feels like it's just like...
It is.
It's an energetic, but like depressingly energetic. I'm the old guy who has to go do song and dance routine.
I like the song. To me, I always envision it is if someone were singing it, they'd be like quietly mumbling it because they don't want to be like on stage. Like,
might be, but there's so much energy behind it. So it feels like an entertainer who's kind of wants to be retired but has to keep doing stuff because they're still really deep in debt.
Well, like kinda. It's just like, bro. You start out really strong and then you just don't keep the energy, and I like it because it's it's screaming.
See, okay, the reason, like, and reasons I don't like Mighty B very much is, well, there's a couple where it's Bessie is very much she's a lovable idiot. She's a doof. But in a way where she almost comes across as more annoying than doofy.
She's a passionate doof, though.
Like she definitely has but it.
If anything, I would...
she causes more trouble than...
Well, everyone's kind of a doof on Mighty B. That's kind of... There's no real smart character.
Happy.
I guess Happy's the smart-ish.
Well, the thing I don't like about Happy is that he's an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dick, for sure. He's a dick, but he doesn't necessarily make him smart, either.
No, I know, but he seems to have a very level head.
Yeah.
Even Bessie's brother.
No.
I mean, he's still kind of crazy, but
he's a doof.
Like, he's a doof, but I feel like he's a lot more like...
I mean, he
understands the situation more than,
he doesn't want to go with, like, he doesn't... He's like, he's your neurotic, like, I don't know if we should do this, guys. I think we should go back to the home and play video games.
He's the Cricket.
Yeah, he's your Cricket. But, like, he's still a doof, because he's still dumb, because they're all like, hey, you want a toy? And he's like, toy? You know, everyone can kind of be bought with a shiny object in that show. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
And it's drawn in a way that... with a color scheme and an animation feel that has always reminded me of Ren and Stimpy.
Mm.
It's like it feels
nasty, vomity tones.
Yeah, I mean that's not even true though, because like Mighty B had a lot like the yellows were very muted. Like the colors are muted and kind of like they're browner, but it's also not afraid to get some like really bright muted colors. Like the sky wasn't like that. Pig, goat, fart butt.
Yeah.
The level of like kind of like everything just kind of like brown and gross looking.
Everything was brown and gross. The thing is though, it works for cityscapes.
You know, it does. And the cityscape itself is very nice.
And again, I think that whole like muted tone of like gross, I think lends itself
It reminds me of Powerpuff Girls City, and that is fantastic.
Whoa, Powerpuff Girls City is nothing but silvers and whites.
It's whites, but it's like
it was a lot of silvers and whites.
Whenever there's a color, it's always like very muted.
But but they were all straight up like silvers and whites and blue skies. Powerpuff Girls was like all bright fucking colors. It had no.
But Mighty B also had a lot of that. Like a lot of the buildings were like white or would like turn into like these kind of muted colors as things got further out. And the sky was like almost always like kind of bluish white.
Oh, the sky was really blue. I'm actually just talking about Fart Goat.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, Fart Goat was like nothing but I think it lent itself well to the grossness of a city in general, and I think that works for tonally creating this feeling of a city.
It's a very happy, but like
happy.
The characters are very
happy. Yeah, they also had a lot of boobs on their tree.
Yeah, it was weird.
The tree's real lumpy and it looks like boobs. Boob tree.
I wonder if is that intentional?
Boob tree.
I couldn't
I would assume it's the kind of show that if I were writing for it, I know I would sneak in adult jokes all the time. Because like you could really get away with a lot of it, and it feels like a show that could get away with it.
I mean, I really do think the show that best got away with putting adult jokes in a kid's show is Take a Guess.
Ren and SquarePants?
No, I was gonna go with Animaniacs.
I would definitely still say Ren and Stimpy.
I would argue Ren and Stimpy wasn't so much a kid's show as a...
It wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't, but it was.
It was, like, it was marketed as such,
He wanted to make it a kid... He wanted to make it a show, and they would only give him funding for a kid's show, so he's like, okay. And then... But he still was constant. Animaniacs still had adult humor in it, and elements to it, but like they were still performers, so there was like fourth wall elements, and it was more of a performer's performance. Whereas
I get what you're saying.
Where I definitely would say Ren and Stimpy's more like
Ren and Stimpy is in universe.
Yeah, consistently like, oh look, a chick with huge tits, and then it's like I'd fuck that chick with huge tits.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait. I mean,
I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
That got weird. I apologize, folks. That was bad.
You were that was very honest and true to the heart there. So
yeah,
don't apologize for art.
But the problem.
Don't apologize for fart.
Don't apologize for fart goats. No, I
mean, it's the only reason I didn't initially think Ren and Stimpy is just because I've never seen that show as a kid's show.
We've totally been talking about it though. It was the thematically okay. That being said, let's just talk about another show. I guess we didn't really. Mighty B.
Mighty B, yeah.
Mighty B. There we go. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. Mighty B. To me, to be or not to be, to me, Mighty B.
Good.
Okay, so Mighty B. I liked the world because it was set in a unique city. It's set in San Fran, which is a unique place to set a show.
No, yeah, for sure.
And the characters really lent they had really unique a unique supporting cast.
I like if I will say this, the character design on that show I think was very good.
It was really good.
There was a very simple shape type of feel that I got from stuff like My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was,
and it has to do kind of I think with that. It's part of
that era
of the evolution of the rubber hose style.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if we want to talk about that,
because we have
had
a legitimate angry argument.
We had a very passionate debate on whether or not Rubber Teenage Robot is rubber hose.
Was more based off of rubber hose or 50s design.
I agree that it's 50s design, but I still stand by that it's more rubber hose.
I stand by the fact that I think it takes more from 50s design and uses elements of that with a rubber hose filter.
I mean, I still say rubber hose is rubber hose filter. I gotta get a new rubber hose filter. There's a bunch of shit in my water.
You look in there, there's just eyes and the water filter's bouncing and smiling.
It's got little arms with gloves on it.
Hey, you want to drink some water? Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
This is imported water. This is a water jug.
Do you
Come on, drink me.
Do you create saliva? Are you spitting in my water? Yeah. Ew.
He takes a cup. He spits in it, but it's full right up to the top water. No, like he's spinning it sideways.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But he holds it up to you, and it's like right under the top lip. Like none of it's spilled.
God damn it, rubber hose.
Hey, I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Yeah? That's straight out of left field.
I was just thinking, oh, you gotta love me.
Okay, sure. Dinosaurs is a weird beast, but we cannot talk about... I have a lot to say about dinosaurs.
And we can't talk about My Life as a Teenage Robot.
No, those are two very own things. We'll do a ToonTied episode that's about puppets, because Pluppets are like a thing.
Pluppets are good.
I love me some Pluppets. But we'll do Pluppets and we'll do Teenage Robot later. But now...
We can't do Teenage Robot because it will be an hour of us yelling at each other and like seeing each other's like viewpoint, but not agreeing on like one key issue.
Oh, I know, and it's a stupid key issue. Ultimately,
it really is.
But it's really important to know that I'm right.
Fuck off.
Okay, so...
Fuck off.
Pluppets. And teenage robots and Pluppets and goat farts and all of that.
And bees.
And bees.
Higginbottoms.
And puppy cats and all of it. All goes
I haven't seen any of the recent Bee and Puppy Cat, actually. I really should look at that. That's another Frederator thing, too, isn't it?
It's a Frederator thing, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Hi, Frederator.
Frederator.
We love you, bae.
You're my frienderator.
Boo. Boo. Instantly drops.
Just like, get the fuck out.
We do not
joke.
Tolerate that joke.
Okay, if you read your actual contract, it says in there you cannot make the frienderator joke. It's in there.
You dumb fuck.
Swear to God.
But okay, Mighty Bee, I think, is like the big issue I have with it is just I don't think any of the characters are likable. The mom is likable, but she's not in the show much. The brother is likable, but he's.
I hate the brother. I think Bessie was more like. I really liked Bessie. I liked her go-getter attitude, and I get that she was like a lovable doof, but she was passionate, lovable doof. To me,
I think some of it is just her voice.
Bessie, I loved her voice with the lip.
I like the concept of it, but having that be your main character's voice, and it's weird because like I could think of like SpongeBob has a really obnoxious voice. But
oh yeah.
I don't know why that's a lot more tolerable to me than Bessie's voice.
I don't know. To me, I mean, the thing is, SpongeBob and Bessie are almost identical when it comes to like if you were to look at like their character roots, they're almost identical.
Oh yeah, because Bessie is the lovable doof.
Yeah, well, like a passionate, lovable doof. SpongeBob's passionate about life. There's
a lot of Squidwards in Mighty Bee.
There's like 3 Squidwards in Mighty Bee.
You have
You had your Patrick, which was the gorilla girl that was like her best friend. Like Bessie, I don't know about this.
Yeah. Bessie, I don't think because she always sounded like her nose was stuffed.
And she was literally drawn like a gorilla.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
No, but you have like Happy's one Squidward. You have the what's her name?
The pretty girls.
Yeah, the
mean
Portia
girls
or something.
Yeah, Portia, because she's rich.
That was funny.
Something like that.
Okay, that always kind of got me.
Yeah,
was
the
another
name theming.
Squidward.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, even though that they also had to interact. It was good. Again, I think Mighty Bee had a lot of unique things to it, and that's kind of what drew me to it. And why I did watch it. It wasn't great. It was not great, but I still think it had a lot going for it as far as unique. I still think it was fairly unique. And I don't know, maybe because it's weird because they do come from the same root, but SpongeBob works better. As far as like,
I think it's just because it's more cartoony. Like it bases itself in a real world.
It definitely didn't base itself in a real world. Also,
SpongeBob is annoying, but we like him.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of what Bessie is. But Bessie is a lot more unpleasant to me. Maybe because more people find her unpleasant.
It might be because
Squidward was really the one person who has always just really not liked SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And like everyone else either tolerates him or likes him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Krabs likes him because he makes money.
Yeah.
And it is generally unperturbed by his antics.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Whereas,
I mean, everyone still
you have three Squidwards. Like Happy's along for the ride, but he's also a big douchebag. Portia's a big douchebag. Portia's mom's a big douchebag, and they're all in at various points they are all very annoyed by Bessie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes just via the the mood it creates, it makes her seem a lot more unpleasant.
I would agree. I would agree with you there.
That's arguably one of the smartest things I've said in this past hour.
It definitely is like probably the smartest thing you've said in the past hour. But I mean, honestly, I'm proud of you.
I actually just sat there for a second. I'm like, wow, that was like really genuine. And we had like this quiet moment where we weren't like yelling at each other. It was talking.
No, it was beautiful. But let's not break our arms jerking each other off too hard.
No, I was just like, that's like the Family Guy point where like the moral that they have to include.
They have to,
like with the slow zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you stop spending all of our money, then we would have money to do family things and be happy. Wow, Lois, you're right.
I was honestly, I would have said the South Park thing. I missed that. South Park used to honestly, because the South Park used to do their thing like for the first like 4 or 5 seasons. They used to do the thing where Stan would literally walk past the background characters and be like, I learned something today, and it's some stupid moral. And, like, it doesn't even necessarily apply to the situation at hand, but it was always, like...
I mean, and they still kind of do stuff like that.
They do, not really, though. It's still not the same as, like... Because, again, back in the day, it was a really small joke, because they never made a big deal out of the joke itself. Mm-hmm. But it was really cool that they'd be like, I learned something today. It doesn't matter if you're an asshole. Ultimately, you're just an asshole. Like, it was always a really interesting moral, but...
It doesn't matter if you're an asshole and people like you. You're still an asshole.
Yep, exactly. That sort of situation. I liked it.
That wasn't a very good Stan voice.
It wasn't a very good Stan. I mean, whatever. I mean, you can't do everything.
Now I'm Stan from American Dad.
Also, not a great Stan voice either.
That was not good at all.
You can't do Stans.
No. Can't do Stans.
Yeah, you're going to have to stand alone. No, my jokes are not on point tonight.
This episode is over.
It's
not over yet.
It's not over yet?
No.
We're gonna recover from Stand Alone?
No, there's another something I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was now.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about Jimmy Two Shoes.
Yes! Jimmy Two Shoes!
Yes! Jimmy Two Shoes!
That show makes me so happy.
I know. Jimmy Two Shoes is a good show. But...
Yes.
I want to talk.
Oh, go ahead.
You've had too many good things. You've had too many good points. I feel like as the person who reviews cartoons, I feel like I should, have more we'll have more important things to say. I don't know.
Well, go for it.
Because you're kicking ass right now. You've destroyed it.
I was camping for a couple days. All I had time to do was think.
But you've been destroying it, man. I'm like mad at myself. Bitch, don't play with the Kadama.
I will do it.
Don't you play? You're gonna make clanky noises.
Oh no! Here it is.
Oh, it didn't even clank.
Do it.
So Jimmy Two Shoes. I've been watching Jimmy Two Shoes a lot lately because Groogles and I were having a discussion about Teletoon. That wasn't an episode of podcasting stuff. We were just talking.
And you kept saying how we should have been recording.
Well, we really should have. The thing is, when Groogles and I talk, it's literally us just talking about cartoons constantly. Mm-hmm. So
what did you start it off with again? Because we talked about the day my butt went psycho.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the day my butt went psycho and how it kind of sucks, and then it's like a lazy fart joke, and then we started talking about Teletoon shows from there, and then I was like, "There's a lot."
What was that one? That the Psychopants?
Psychopants?
The superhero one.
What?
The one where the superhero.
Where he's like the kid with superhero pants or whatever that gave him superpowers. Prince something and super pants. You have a phone? Anyways, I'm talking about Jimmy Two Shoes because it was a Teletoon show that was really good. It was really well animated, and I think, and Groogs and I were just talking about the fluidity of motion in it.
Oh, it's brilliant. It feels like, and I know we were talking about kind of like the new Rubber Hose type thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It really feels like new Rubber Hose.
And it's not in the way like
modern Rubber Hose. New Rubber Hose.
It's not the way it looks; it's the way it feels.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing is, even in the way it looks, it still has they're lanky and long. Everyone's lanky and long in simple shapes. And like
and all of them move in a way that doesn't feel like they're 100% solid.
Oh no, they're all completely glued. They're all completely just putty. All of them are putty balls.
I mean, it's like
from Heloise not having feet, and then them also drawing attention with jokes that draw on the feet. But like the fact that Heloise doesn't have feet and she just like scuttles. Mm-hmm. And like so she's just like glooping her across the ground.
But like, but she still moves in like her with her robe. Mm-hmm. Her robe moves really like fluidly and really like actively.
Because it's okay, and this is what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the movement, I think a huge element of what they decided to do with Jimmy Two Shoes, an artistic choice to emphasize this element of Rubber Hose. Back in the day with Rubber Hose cartoons, you really didn't have like characters had like minimal clothing. I mean, outside of like the occasional like.
I mean, Mickey had to wear pants.
Mickey had to wear pants, but they were like Mickey had to wear pants, but no shirt. Or Donald had to wear a shirt, but no pants. And like his hat was on his head, but his hat really never moved unless it was for or unless it was for joke purposes. Everyone had the rubber gloves. They all had clothing, but like they were still animals, so you could get away with them being like nude. Like, you could get away with them not wearing clothes because they had fur, so, like, it didn't look weird if they weren't wearing clothes. But since a lot of these characters are still, like, human, and, well, at least Jimmy and Heloise are human, it'd be weird if they were nude. But their clothes are effectively their body, because they're just glued onto them. Where, when you have, especially with Flash and things like that, generally it's the clothing is its own layer, and people, for the sake of realism, will try to have the clothes move independent of the body movement, because they want that sense of realism for, like, because fabric moves a different way when you're in it than you necessarily. But they instead basically glued, the character doesn't have like legs or a body, they just have pants and a shirt, which are their legs and body. So they get to move as one single unit. Just like Eloise has her drab, like her literal body is that little snail cloak that she wears. Unless they change it for artistic purposes. And so she moves, and that's like, that is her body. It's not that like there really is a body under there.
Dr. Dimension Pants.
Dr. Dimension Pants.
It is horrible.
It's pretty bad.
Watch it.
Don't.
Watch one episode and then cry a little bit.
Watch like the intro and be happy.
And be terrified at weird bikini wearing the fucking...
It's trying way too hard. It tries way too hard.
Also, as I've learned... Okay, ready for... This is really off topic, so maybe I'll end with this.
Okay, we'll end with it. But, anyways, I really just like that Jimmy Two Shoes has that... Jimmy Two Shoes elected to really emphasize this whole idea of making their characters be one with their clothing so that they can move fluidly, because that is their body. Effectively, they're nude in the sense that they're not wearing clothes. They're just... That is their body. And it allows them to all be like stretchy balls of putty, and then they play with that, because that was you could tell that was a huge artistic thing that they sat down and were like, well, what are we doing with this show? Bitch, I want everyone to be balls of putty. And like, all right, we're making sure everyone's balls of putty. And like, just from like the way that they have the move, the intro itself,
motion like all of their motion. If I may weigh in here.
No,
I'm finally done looking up what exactly Dr. Dimension Pants was called.
Dr. Dimension Pants.
It like the way they move always has this great sense of energy to it.
Oh yeah. And that's part of the whole idea of a rubber hose, because rubber hose is all about the motion of energy. Because they would all. I mean,
whenever they move, it's something big.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they're like. It's not
like they're always moving.
I got an idea. It's not like they like. It's not like, oh, I got an idea. They'll like hold their finger up and it'll be like this big like flourish to it. Like, I got an idea. Their hand will wrap around and it'll tap the light bulb for their idea to happen. Every piece of motion is like an event. Mm-hmm. And it borrows from that same like idealistic choice of like making sure every piece. You can tell people loved working on it. Oh, definitely. I mean, and then the writing itself is subpar sometimes. Beezy's like a really lazily written character. He's kind of a Patrick. He's a hard Patrick. I mean, Jimmy's a hard SpongeBob, and Eloise is a hard Squidward. Well, not really a hard Squidward. No, she's because she's actually friends. But she also hates. At least she's in love with Jimmy, but hates Beezy. So like, she's kind of she's your straight man, right? To the goofballness, but she has her own goofballness to her. Also, voiced by Tabitha St. Germain. Yes, I did not know that. I just love it. Oh my god, because Tabitha's my girl. She has been becoming one of my favorite voice actresses. I love Tabitha. She's a wonderful woman. I want to meet her one day. She's funny too. Oh hell yeah, she's funny. She's amazing.
Like I said, I want to meet her so bad because she's also Pepper Clark, and Pepper Clark's like on my top 10 list of waifus.
Yeah.
And her voice sells it too. Like her voice is perfect for it.
And she does a good Rarity.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, we're not saying Rarity's necessarily a good character,
Whatever.
but she does what she can with Rarity.
And she does a great Rarity, but I mean, it's Rarity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck Rarity.
I would.
Let's be honest, I think everyone would fuck Rarity a little.
If she was offering, I'm desperate enough to say yes.
I mean, I'd fuck a cartoon horse because I want to feel love.
That got dark. That got really dark and sad.
I mean, it's only sad because it's true.
Now I am sad.
Now I'm sad. Well, everyone, that was a good.
What a crappy episode!
That was a good episode of ToonTied. Don't forget to follow Groogles on Twitter.
Yeah,
follow me on.
Throw it up, Barry.
Twiddler.
Jerry.
Jerry. I'm gonna call him Jimmy.
What, Jimmy?
Two
Throw
shoes.
that up, Jimmy.
Jimmy Two Shoes.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome, Timmy. So
is my name Timmy now?
Apparently, because I'm Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
I'm Jimmy, and I'm Timmy. It's Jim Tim.
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
The Jimmy. Oh my God, yeah.
That was a thing.
That was a real thing. Also, I don't know how I feel about that.
I like seeing them in
that whole progression of conversation we just had.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It went from like sad to like making a weird joke.
But like it was a weird joke that we were. I think it insults my improbability.
The probable improbability drive.
The improbability. I feel defeated by that joke. I feel like that joke defeated me.
We're done.
It really did feel like that joke defeated me, though.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
Sub to Dyll.
Yeah, subscribe to Matching Ties Network. The Matching Ties. There's no other. I mean, there are other Matching Ties, but these are the Matching Ties.
I mean, yeah.
Wow. And stay tuned for more shit. It's gonna be a good time.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Actually, instead of just blindly saying that,
No, seriously though,
I really actually people who listen to this and feel the need to make it this far, tell me what your favorite, I don't know, gross out cartoon is.
To an extent, I really felt like a big thing of this was like disconnected motion.
Sure. What's your favorite motion in cartoon? What cartoon has your favorite motion? What gives the most motion to you?
Like, because we talked about in a very positive way, like Ren and Stimpy and Jimmy Two Shoes.
And Jimmy, well, the two things we discussed. Also, what's your favorite... I can't even...
What's your favorite cub porn?
I can't even do it, man. Just can't.
Good night, everybody.
God damn it.
Comment.
Subscribe. Bye. Tell me what your favorite thing in motion is. Do that. Don't talk about your favorite cub porn. Or your favorite artist who does not draw cub porn.
Neither. And if you want it, and on the off chance you want to talk to me instead of Dyll, send me something on Twitter, because that's the only way I really talk to people anymore.
It's his social media.
That or Skype, but my Skype is
secret.
hidden.
It's secret.
Peace out.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Brian.